Hold on one second. We about to get to the bottom of this, ladies and gentlemen. This don't make no sense whatsoever. Welcome to the Dark Waters channel, where we explore mysteries, figure out the truth, dive into politics, and anything else you want to know about. That's what we doing over here, baby. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to keep it real on this one. See, this is what happens when we let terrorists march down our streets with flags, with Palestinian flags. Yeah, I remember the DNC convention. I remember covering the DNC convention with you guys and saying, hey, they're letting foreign gods march down the street in our nation. I remember that. I don't know if you guys remember that, but I remember saying, hey, man, they're letting foreign gods march down the streets in our nation and walk up on us like, hey, you know, we can do whatever we want to do. And they let it go on for years and years and years. Free Palestine, free Palestine. Then they let it take over college campuses. And I mean, to the point to where they wouldn't have the police stop them. They emboldened these people. And now we're at the point where suspect Elias Rodriguez chants free Palestine while taken in custody after 2 Israeli embassy staffs were shot dead in D.C. And I need you to understand, we don't, as America, we don't need a war with Iran. And as you know that, Hamas is a proxy for Iran. Hold on, I think somebody's outside. Back to what I was saying. See, this is why we can't have zero law and order, where you allow these people to get rampant and crazy and like a damn stark, mad, maven, red, mad dog that's just running around snapping at people. You can't let them do it. And imagine the scene. He goes and shoots 2 people. Here it is. What we know so far about Israel embassy employees. So the first one was Yaron Lisinski and Sarah Lynn Milgram. Yaron was a research assistant at the Israeli embassy in D.C. since 2022, and Sarah Milgram has been working at the embassy since November 2023 in the Department of Public Diplomacy, according to her LinkedIn. And these 2 people were engaged to be married. Cute couple. You know what I'm saying? Look at a cute little couple. Cute little power couple. Now, I haven't done the research, and I will do the research. I give you my word. They were targeted for a reason. I mean, outside of the fact that they're Jewish, outside of the fact that they worked at the embassy, these 2 were targeted for a very specific purpose. I haven't got to the specific purpose. In fact, we're going to make a point of figuring out that purpose by putting them here on our board. Now, we know this is going to have to do with war, because we know Donald Trump didn't want to go to war with Iran. There are governments that are not above killing their own people, but we'll just drop them here for right now on our board. And we'll make them big enough so we can remember. We'll remember their names. And that's been done with. Get rid of that. We'll remember their names. But nonetheless, let me get back to this story. So we have this beautiful young couple who was basically assassinated, because that's what it was, by this guy named Rodriguez, Elias Rodriguez. And I guess the most important thing we can say about this is, if we continue as a nation to allow people who we know are terrorists and becoming radicalized terrorists. So a whole campus full of college students have become radicalized. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it boils down to. You cannot allow that on U.S. college campuses, because now that same radicalization goes into the corporate boardrooms. But we've allowed it.
Outside. No. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
And you gotta understand, this is Hamas radicalizing people in America. Now, I don't doubt seriously that he's not Hamas himself. But I don't understand, and this is the problem we have with our media, our immigration system, the judges in America. These type of people should be not only deported immediately, like if you got a student visa and there's any sign, if I scan your face at a protest and you got a student visa, I'm throwing you out the country. Because you come over here on a student visa with the objective to occupy and take over America. But we so damn liberal and nice that we want to give people our soft underbelly. And you can't keep giving terrorists your underbelly. It's like giving a bully your soft underbelly. Have you ever tried to be nice to a bully? I mean, think about it. When you were a kid, have you ever tried to be nice to a bully? Dude try and bully you and you're like, yeah, man, we ain't got to be that way, man. I give you some of my candy. He gonna take all your candy. You can't give your soft underbelly to a bully. You can fight, you can walk away, but you can't give your underbelly to a bully.
Outside. No. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Outside!
And somebody's even mentioning Hamas in this. Listen closely. No. This bastard just stole evidence. Look at this.
Outside.
This weirdo right here just stole evidence. Make sure that crap on the screen for you. This weirdo right here, just with the ray, he just took evidence from a crime scene.
Outside. No.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna put it in my pocket. It's not gonna look like he was Hamas.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
And see, the American people don't understand, honestly, radicalization. Let's just keep it real. Our nation does not truly understand radicalization because our media lies so much. So our media pretends like people are terrorists. They pretend like, the white nationalism is terrorism. And then when real terrorism shows up, people don't know what to do because they lie so much about what's going on. That's real terrorism.
Really what I have to say this evening is thank you, Mayor, to your amazing staff, Attorney General, Ms. Bondi, Chief Attorney for Washington, Judge Janine Pirro. The couple that was gunned down tonight in the name of Free Palestine. It's a young couple about to be engaged. The young man purchased a ring this week with the intention of...
It's in the name of Hamas, though. See, y'all play too much. Y'all got to keep it like it is.
...proposing
y'all got to keep
his
it real.
girlfriend next week in Jerusalem. They were a beautiful couple who came to enjoy an evening in Washington's Cultural Center. I will say this. We are a resilient people. The people of Israel are resilient people, and the people of the United States of America are resilient people. Together we won't be afraid. Together we'll stand, and we're going to overcome moral depravity of people who think that they're going to achieve political gains through murder. On the way in...
Oh, hell. Who is this dude talking? Israel ambassador U.S. is one of the victims who just brought in ring process proposed to the U.S. says one of the victims that just bought a ring proposed. You won't be afraid. Together we'll blah, 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 blah. Israel's ambassador to the U.S. Okay, so this is their ambassador that's here.
Ms. Bondi was kind enough to hand me the phone. On the other line was the President of the United States, Donald Trump, who told me that his administration is going to do everything it can possibly do to fight and end anti-Semitism and the hatred that's being directed, the demonization and delegitimization of the State of Israel. Together with President Trump, our Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, will stand together tall and firm, and we will confront this moral depravity without fear and with determination. And now we'll turn to taking care of the families of these two victims. And again...
Now, I'm going to say something very conspiratorial right here. You know, Trump and Netanyahu wasn't on the same page. Because Netanyahu was over there trying to do all this foolishness and start wars. And it just so happens that two kids get whacked on American soil. And now it's like something's trying to force them back together. Because somebody got whacked on American soil. Now, I ain't saying that what I'm saying is true. But what I'm saying is mighty funny that after Trump and Netanyahu have this falling out, because Trump is like, said, bro, you're going to stop trying to bring us into wars. We ain't trying to fight no wars. That now the Free Palestine, which is another name for Hamas, murders two Israeli embassy employees on American soil. I'm just saying, dog. I'm just saying. Rest in peace to those two young, that's a beautiful young couple. I'll say this. It wouldn't be a problem for anybody if we would run the terrorists out of the United States of America. If you're running around with another damn flag that's not an American flag, and you toting it around in the streets talking about free Palestine, free this, free that, I'm locking your punk behind up. This is America. If you ain't rolling with an American flag, you need to get the hell up out of America. You understand what I'm saying? You can have the American protest flag where you got the black and white flag. You got the blue and white flag. You can have all kind of American flags, but you better not raise no other damn flag in my nation. You understand? Because you getting thrown out the nation. Well, I'm a citizen. Now carry your punk behind over there to that nation that you laying up there protesting for. Free Palestine. Let me send you to Palestine. Let me send you to the place of the Philistines. That's why David bust y'all in the head, Goliath in the head with a rock in the first place, because y'all act so damn crazy. Yeah, y'all don't remember that. Yeah. That's why David bust Goliath behind. And then his brothers got all mad. And then his brothers pursued David the rest of his life. And he beat the hell out of all of them, chopped them all up. Eventually, got to a point to where, you know, two of the brothers surrounded them. Mighty men had to go in there and deal with them. But the point I'm making is this. Y'all been retarded. Philistines been retarded. And people keep on acting like this free. They've been crazy.